The other day, I realized that some of you out there might not know how to make a grilled cheese. So let's change that. I'm going to show you how to make my grilled cheese. And for that, you're going to need a large pan or electric griddle. You're going to need some butter, some bread, bacon, American cheese. And if you don't like American cheese, just fuck off. This video is not for you. I got a cheddar blend here. We got white, yellow, and sharp cheddar. Now, why am I using these two different kinds? Well, they each have different characteristics, and by using both of them, you kind of get the best of both worlds. American cheese, very mild flavor, but great texture. Cheddar, amazing flavor, especially when you have a blend like this. And finally, beer. Now, I prefer Guinness Extra Stout, but you can drink whatever piss water you want. It doesn't matter. And at the end of the day, you're the one that's going to be eating this sandwich. So you can substitute any one of these ingredients for whatever you like. You're the one eating it, not me. You do you. So let's get started. I'm going to preheat the pan. I like to set mine to 300. If you're using a frying pan, like medium heat, or every oven range and pans are different, so just play around with it. I do about medium heat. I do this because I don't want the bread to toast faster than the cheese can melt. So by going with a little bit of a lower temp, it takes a little bit longer, but you can guarantee that your cheese is going to melt. Now, while the pan's heating up, we'll get our bacon on there. Because bacon typically is going to take the longest to cook, so I get it on there. Even when the pan's cold, it's alright. It's going to take a few minutes before it gets hot. And this way, we get a jump start on our bacon, and it should time out just right. Worst bottle opener. And now we wait. Just gonna do a little YouTube magic and fast forward a few minutes. Yeah. Okay, so now we can hear the bacon starting to sizzle a little bit, so we know the pan's getting hot. Now what I like to do is kind of let the bacon cook on one side almost all the way, then I kind of throw the bread on and everything. By the time we flip the bacon and it cooks on that side, it should time out with every other ingredient. Alright, so here's a little trick of the trade for you guys. Now we have the bacon on this side, but we had nothing on this side of the pan since we turned it on. So right now the bacon's soaking up all the heat from this side, and nothing's soaking up heat from this side. So this side of the pan is much hotter than this side. So if we want the bacon to cook faster, just move it over. This isn't going to be as extreme because we have low heat, but you can apply this to pretty much anything that you're cooking when you want to do any kind of searing. And also it leaves us a little bit of bacon fat on this side of the pan, which will come in handy later. Ooh, all right, I think we're ready here. We're gonna flip the bacon. So we got a little bit of color on this side, which is perfect. Now we can start toasting our bread and actually getting to the nitty gritty of this. Now you can spread your butter on the bread if you want, but that just seems like a waste of time to me. I just throw some butter on here. Then I just take my bread, throw it on there, and just do a little circles, things like this. Bada bing, bada boom. And yeah, now you can kind of see butter's all over the bread. That's it. Good to go. This one can use a little bit more. Also, I'm using unsalted butter. I pretty much use it for everything. But it really is important for this one because we got bacon, which is salty, American cheese, which is salty, cheddar, it's not too salty, but still, just helps balance things out. And you should get used to cooking with unsalted butter. It's just better. Simple as that. Now, let's not forget about the cheese. Kind of the reason why we're here. Now, one slice, we're going to put our American cheese. I'm just tearing that so it's a little bit clean, kind of flush there on the bread. I don't like overlapping too much because that's going to be a spot where the cheese isn't going to melt as well. Now we're just going to take our cheddar. It's okay if it gets on the pan a little bit. I mean, it is grilled cheese, you know, get a little toasted cheese there. It's all good. Now I try not to add too much cheese, but this is a bit of a thicker bread, so I kind of want to match it so it's a good balance there. Our bacon's looking really nice right now. Now, to help the cheese melt a little faster, you can put some kind of lid over it if you want. You actually might be able to get both pieces in here. Yeah, cool. So we'll do that. It's not really going to hurt it. I would only recommend doing it if you have the two slices like that. Once you have them assembled, don't put a lid on them because it will trap the heat, but it'll also steam it. And that's going to ruin your crust on your bread. And nobody wants a soggy cheese. No, it's not what we're making here. All right, we're not making that. We're making a grilled cheese, so make sure it's nice and crispy. Now I'm noticing that our bacon is pretty much done. You don't hear the sizzling as much, and it's looking really, really good. Good color. You can even smell it a little bit now. So we're going to lay on the cheese. Now the good thing about this is that our bacon is nice and hot. So that means it's also going to help melt the cheese. Now we'll just let this sit for a minute or two. Maybe just a minute. It's pretty close. Kind of just check your side of the bread. Make sure it's nice and toasted. Now again, we got some bacon fat over here. We don't want to waste that. So we're just going to slide this over. Soak up that bacon fat. Now we're just going to let this sit here until we notice that the cheese is all melted. Now I don't want to put a lid on it because, like I said earlier, when it's on top of each other, it's going to steam it. Now our bacon is nice and crispy. We don't want to steam the bacon. So no lid. Just let it sit there and do its thing. You don't want to move it around too much, but I did notice that one part of this bread wasn't as toasted as the other. And as you get familiar with your equipment, you'll notice that, especially with pans, there is going to be cold spots and hot spots on the pan. Now, electric griddles are great, but they have the wire going underneath, or the heating element, sorry, that goes underneath to heat the pan. Now, if you know where it is, that's where it's going to be the hottest. That's why the corners aren't as hot as the center. And the middle, the direct middle isn't as hot as like this closer to the edge because it's just like a single coil that goes around. So I moved it over so the coil is touching that spot that isn't as toasted. Now our cheese is pretty well melted. So I think it's time we can assemble this. So this side's beautifully toasted. Other side, oh, pretty good. Oh, no, no, no. That's bad. We did them upside down. Let's fix that. That was a rookie mistake right there. All right. There we go. Now that's the right way. We'll let that sit for a couple seconds. All right, I think we're ready. Now we're going to take this, give it a nice diagonal cut. And there you go. Easy grilled cheese. Takes just minutes. And we'll get a little close-up action on there. Yeah, it's all nice and melted. Beautiful. So good. So good. Now remember, this is how I like it. You can change any ingredient to suit your taste. If you don't like bacon and you want to be a communist and use fucking like tomatoes, go ahead. It's your sandwich. Do what you like. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Also check out my Twitch. All those links and stuff will be in the description below. I am hungry, so I'm going to eat this. Y'all take it easy.